Greetings once again. You have been pulled into the black dimension. Kev and Donnie here, and we are here to review the film Morbius. A lot of time in the making, after delays and reshoots, and we are here to discuss was it worth the wait? So, what's up, Donnie? Well, he'll chime in a little bit.
Can you hear
But
me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
yeah,
now? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah, just kicking it.
Okay. All right. So before we get started, into and warning, spoilers are ahead. We usually give out a movie rating. We have a three rating system on how we receive the film. There's three B's. Okay. We got buy, which is definitely go see this film. It's worth your time. Bootleg is is an okay film, but you can wait till it comes on the TV. And bomb. And bomb means don't even waste your time. Go see it if you want to, but don't say we didn't warn you. So before we get into it, we're going to go ahead and give our rating out for this particular film. And after all this waiting, all of the reshoots, and all of the delays, we're going to give this film a bomb. Meaning, hey, go see it if you want to, if you already haven't seen it. But I mean, don't say we didn't warn you. And we're about to explain why. So, spoilers ahead. Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. So, let's get into it. Okay. So, Donnie, what was your initial reaction after completing this film?
I thought it was the greatest movie we've had in this decade.
The greatest movie in Bizarro Land. uh,
The movie was exactly what I thought it was. Um, it was made to sell tickets. That movie is horrible, like the first Venom. Um, it's going to do numbers in Asia. I can tell you that much. Asia is going to take that movie and run with it. Otherwise, commercially here in the U.S., it's a bomb for me.
yeah. Here's how I received the film. It's a Spider-Man film, another Spider-Man film without Spider-Man. These Spider-Man characters, that they're basically they're just making these films just to hold on to the Spider-Man property because I believe they are required in order to keep the Spider-Verse under contract. They have to release a certain amount of films in a certain amount of time. And they have some other films on their slate that are Spider-Verse characters. Like they're in the process of making a Craven the Hunter film with Aaron Taylor Johnson. And after seeing this film, I just don't have any faith in it whatsoever. I mean, it is just like I was already on the fence about this film, but I went and saw it anyway because I mean, it's not like they don't have some credible actors. Like you got Jared Leto, you got Tyrese, uh, and you have a cameo at the end from a character that was actually started out in the MCU. And the way they did this appearance didn't make any sense. It almost as if they just said, "F what was going on in the MCU. We're just gonna do it this way." But the issues with the film is like the time frame. It was actually a film that was supposed to come out before Spider-Man No Way Home. And because it got delayed so much, it ended up coming out after No Way Home. So it was the film to me, how it was presented, it was severely edited. It had pacing issues. The film lacked coherence, and it just made it look like it was a lazily done film. If you watch any of the previous trailers, a lot of scenes weren't included, and that was from the trailer. And which doesn't surprise me about movies these days, especially Marvel films, because Marvel films, like especially MCU, they kind of lie in their trailers a little bit. But this is actually a Sony Marvel film, so
Yeah, I think when they came out with this movie, they had intentions that got the goalposts got moved on it. So my understanding is they did a bunch of reshoots for this movie. They kept tinkering with it, and like you said, the pacing is off. He goes from really 0 to 60. As I told you off camera, I guess. when we had the conversation. I enjoyed the movie all the way up until Morbius jumped in the water. That's when the movie jumped in the water for me. Everything thereafter was ridiculous. It was just like, we're here now. We got to make this work somehow. And movies shouldn't be like that, especially for when you're representing the Marvel universe. Um, I've heard that they had the intention of doing the Sinister Six dynamic and building it out of this, and there's potentially a Andrew Garfield Spider-Man universe. So I'm curious where they're going to go with this.
I don't. They shouldn't go anywhere with it. No, actually, I mean, but I mean, there was a couple of cool parts in the film, like the way they displayed his powers. Like I thought that the Echo Sense was pretty cool. I mean, but it was like almost the only thing that was cool in it.
Eh,
The
I-
like
Let me
for
ask you this, because every time he has a movie, it pretty much bombs, or maybe the area around him. But I feel like Jared Leto is a phenomenal actor. I just
yeah,
felt like he got a horrible script and a horrible director.
yeah, and just like Suicide Squad, his Joker had tons of potential, but it was just the script in the film itself. Yeah, I mean, especially like when with his Joker performance at the end of the Snyder Cut Justice League, I thought it was great, and if they'd have went in that direction with that, he probably would still be playing the Joker. But it's yeah, I mean, nothing
Or
against
they neutered him.
yeah, nothing against Jared Leto because I think his last great film was the Dallas Buyers Club. Uh, but it's just that he just got rotten luck when it comes to these kind of things. I think the fact that they delayed the film so much and then tried to make it a film that was before Spider-Man No Way Home, so they chopped out all the MCU references. I mean, they chopped out all of them, and they tried to like go their own way. Now, as far as the supporting cast goes, is like everybody was just kind of there. You know, you know what I'm saying? With his brother having the same affliction as him. It's like when he came in the lab and then looked at the two vials, I just knew what was gonna happen. It was no kind of build up, no kind of
They told on himself.
yeah. Yeah, it was nothing. Tyrese, he was just kind of there. I mean, they took some story elements from him. The whole and then the whole artificial blood thing. I just don't. I didn't know about that one. It's like he actually bioengineered artificial blood, and I guess just to kind of keep his character kind of a protagonist. Which by that point in the film, it was too late because he had already killed people and drank blood. They was like, oh, I just won't go there. I have to have the artificial blood, and then trying to time how long this kind of feeding was gonna last him. I was like, there's really no point to that, but okay. And they and then with Milo, who was I understand his character in the comic book was supposed to be named Lucian, which was kind of a stupid name change. They tried to give his character some flair as the main antagonist, but I don't know. It just the way the film was presented, everything just kind of fell flat. I mean, it just it they. I mean, the director and the script failed every actor in this film. I mean, literally, it just did. Like the best two characters probably was Milo and Tyrese's partner, who was played by Al Madrigal. But it was just the execution was just ill. Like I can't emphasize enough how bad this film was and how bad it was presented. And even if they kept it the original way, I mean, which they might bring out an original edit, it's just because of how bad this film is. I don't know if it'll made a difference.
Ah, yeah, I don't know, because hunger was too much for me. Like Milo. So Milo, he was too much for me. He put that suit on. He was walking around and doing stuff in the mirror. And I get it was supposed to be funny, but he wasn't a funny character to me. he
It
like
was
no, like nothing about him was funny to me. Um, and I enjoyed. Actually, I didn't enjoy Tyrese at all. Yeah, Tyrese. I don't. What are we really doing with Tyrese in a movie like that?
I mean, look, look. Let me tell you something. With all these people, I'm sure that they're like a few of them are incredible actors, but I sat in this film waiting for the film to be over. It wasn't like, I mean, coming off the heels of two of the best comic book superhero films that I've seen in recent memory, Spider-Man No Way Home and The Batman, this movie did not keep the momentum going for me at all.
Well,
It was super disappointing.
well, be looking forward to Craven and whoever else they feel like having a movie for. You know, they may even have an Electro movie, as ridiculous as these people are.
Yeah,
Uh,
they're actually talking about like making a Madam Web film.
for what? We haven't even been introduced.
Yeah, I know. It's Madam Craven and Madam Web. They even talked about doing a Silk. Like I said, they're doing these films just to hold on to the Spider-Man property.
They're
And
talking about doing a Silk movie. Well, I mean, I okay, all right.
all right, but yeah, let's talk about this particular cameo right here. Michael Keaton's Vulture. Um, and the end credit scene with him included made what happened in Spider-Man No Way Home extremely problematic because the if for anyone who's seen Spider-Man No Way Home, spoilers, um, the spell Doctor Strange's spell was like, okay, anybody who knew Peter Parker was Spider-Man to come, to come to that universe, and the way they executed it, it was like the spell went in reverse. It was like his appearance, like because of the spell, made absolutely no sense because it was almost as if he chose to leave his original universe, and for some reason, like it was like, okay, here's what was problematic. If everybody was supposed to forget that Peter Parker was Spider Man, wouldn't he have forgotten that Peter Parker was Spider Man as well? And the first thing that happened when he appeared in that empty cell was, the first line he said was, "I hope the food is better here." It's like as if he was in no shock as to what happened. And he also had a fully functional Vulture costume. It was slightly different from Spider-Man Homecoming, but it's like, how in the hell did he get his suit there too? Did his suit choose to come too? Or was it a variant of his suit? I mean, it was just the scene
So
was confusing.
I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it, and the whole dynamic behind it's silly. It's essentially Marvel saying, "Hey, we want to do a Sinister Six movie. We need other characters. We gave you Adrian Toomes, the Vulture, on loan." Um,
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, Donnie, that was some real stuff he was saying, but there he is. But he had dropped off. You're having connection problems, but there you go. There you go. Yeah, but yeah, they just like they brought Michael Keaton's character in, like, screw whatever the MCU was doing, we'll just explain it our way. So I mean, if you're going to do that, make it make sense. And this didn't make sense at all. I would not want to see a sequel to this film. It's just what they need to do. They need to fire the writer, they need to fire the director, and they need to fire whoever greenlit this nonsense. So once again, we gave this movie a bomb. Look, if you want to go see this film, our opinions are more like our opinions are subjective, but don't say we didn't warn you. So anyway, anything else you want to say, Danny?
no, I'm done. Morbius 2 coming out soon.
Morbius 2 coming out soon. If a Morbius sequel comes out in the next 10 years, it will be too soon. Unless, unless, of course, like, for some reason, Kevin Feige takes over the project. Then it might have some hope to it. But this uh, this film is garbage. Trust me, and trust and believe. So anyway, all right, that'll be it for now. This has been our review on Morbius. Believe me, the trailers were a lot better than the actual film, and I mean, I'm talking about the trailers from 2 years ago. So, yes, don't waste your time, but you of course can make your own choice. So, uh, on behalf of Dunny and Roger, who is in the Phantom Zone somewhere, you have been pulled into the Black Dimension. Good luck finding your way out. See you the next time. Peace.